it is okay to be vulnerable, but it's important to have help. If we don't get help, we can lose a generation that will help our nation to develop. Yeah. So that is the main, like the shame makes people keep quiet. People are saying, oh, that shame, let me keep quiet. How will people know I'm dealing with this, the other? No. I have to pretend all is well. But the truth is, I always also advise people, yes, you can talk about it, but you can also choose professional spaces where to talk about certain things. Because with professional spaces, you'll be able to get help, maybe from a counselor, if you're dealing with trauma, because there are counselors also specifically trained for particular issues. If you're dealing with rape, you're dealing with sexual violence, all those things, there are particular people who will help you on that journey. And sometimes also sharing your story, share when you are ready. Because the truth is the heat comes. Yes, the heat comes, but God has made me strong.
Strong woman.
Yes, God has made me strong.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, that is quite inspirational, and I'm sure somebody out there will get courage when they are ready. But talking about like the listeners and the rest of the people, how would you advise, that we can work towards reducing this stigma and promoting open conversations about mental health?
First of all, we shouldn't laugh at people when they are struggling. Because many times people laugh. And as a woman, if your marriage is on the rocks and you dare talk about it, or even sometimes it is so obviously on the rocks, you do not need to say nothing. They already see it. Don't laugh at that person. Support them. Be the shoulder to cry on. Don't be the one who is so quick. Oh, you're even forming a WhatsApp group to discuss someone's breaking marriage. Look at them with empathy. Try to be in their shoes and imagine, if it were me, what kind of support would I want? Because it is so easy for people to judge. And sadly, the people who judge you the most are the ones who have the most pained. They are so much pained and they are afraid to face their pain. So they draw pleasure in putting you down. But I think also as the public, wherever you are at, I always tell people, wherever you're at, you can make a difference. I'll give an example of my daughter. While she was still at university, I've actually given free counseling sessions to some of her peers. Because my daughter was not afraid to talk about what I went through. And so the young people, and she told me, Mommy, I don't even know. Oh, they always come to me. It's like now she became a counselor at school. So now, yes. So when things would get obviously complicated, she would tell them, you know what? She would even first ask me, Mommy, can I give you the number of one of my friends is struggling with this and that? And she would. So I arrange with that friend. I give them free therapy because I know for a fact they can't afford it.
Indeed.
But if a life can be saved, that is my pleasure. Because you find these are young people involved in risky sexual behavior. They are young and they need support. They are using alcohol to cope. They are using substance abuse, the weed and whatever else. Indeed. To cope. And so if my sessions can help that person stop that risky behavior and learn to live healthy, that is my win.
That is your win.
Yes. So for me, for people out there, be the solution. And put yourself in the shoes of the one who is suffering. If it were you, how would you want to be treated? That is something so deep. Because normally when people, it is them. Because some people love themselves more than anyone. So at least think about it. If it were you, how would you want people to stand with you?
Indeed.
Yes, so we shouldn't rubbish people. And the truth is, it takes patience, Flora. The truth is, there are some people say they are dependent on alcohol. It is not easy for wives. You are a wife, a husband who is reeking of alcohol comes into that bedroom, he's like a brewery. My dear, you need to be patient. Because he needs help. You need to get him the right help.
Indeed.
But otherwise, if you push him away, because many people actually crash completely. If he's married, his wife pushes him away and probably even files for divorce. There are some who have lost their marriages. That person, their chances of getting back is very hard. They could totally crash. And yet, if you supported them, but of course, because that burden is very heavy, with also the external factors of workspace support.
Yes.
And workspace support in terms of human resource policies, where you can have medical cover for psychiatric care. That can help, because it will lift a financial burden off the family.
Indeed.
And yes, so like there's a lot you can do, but I feel the first thing the public should do before you run to judge, just think, if it were me, how would I want to be treated?
How would you want to be treated?
Yes.
Quite a deep thought there. You know, like you said, the purest form of love, I believe, is self-love.